we found this corner of our field, so we're going to have to work fairly quickly and efficiently because it's quite cool, and I've put a jacket on Lizzie, but it's quite cool quite cool for her. I think we're remote enough here. Okay, so that's one hole. We'll put it there. Just be careful that you don't. The sections...
I think this next comment is classified as a brain fade.
The sections for this one, they're quite long, big sections. I don't know, the sections on the Niak, are they longer than the other ones? I'm not sure. That's the front there. Ooh, that's pretty good. Solid anchor point there. I was half wondering whether the mud here would be a bit soft, but that's nice. Right, so I've double checked. That's the front there. The wind is, as far as I can tell, coming across this way. At least it's fairly, actually, I think we better just move the whole thing back a bit. Look, the porch is a bit Messner, I know what you're thinking. Freestanding tent, yeah. Messner, the champion of the freestanding tent, I suppose. In that instance, it was useful. Oops. Oh, damn it. But that's really not very good. Mind you, it probably would have been better to have, to be fair, to have pegged this side down first. That's I have to say that is that's a little bit embarrassing. Oopsie. You see, that's karma for you. You see, I was having a little jokey poo at Messner's expense, and karma came along. It's funny, you hear things when you're trying to be stealthy in a corner of a field. Okay, let's see. She found a stone. Of all the places in all the world, she finds a stone here. We kind of hope that the farmer doesn't I think it's unlikely the farmer's going to be out. I checked how many pegs were needed and it's 10. We could really do with getting this pegged out. Okay, and that's the back. All right, so the wind is coming across this way. So actually, you can actually make the door either side. So we'll make the door this side, then the wind comes that way. But at least it's green, so it's kind of a discrete colour. One advantage of discrete colours. I need to get Lizzie under cover. So we've got water and we'll reconvene inside. All right, we're under cover. To be honest, it's not a bad shelter really. I think you just need to be careful if it's very windy. I know Fred mentioned something about that you can put some extra lines on the back or something. I can't remember exactly you know what offhand, but we'll anyway. So we've got a few bits. We brought a gas stove with us. Ooh, and I've got the dog's food. I skimped on the towel. Oh, Lizzie. Alright, so it's half an hour to sunset. She's a bit cold. So I've got... Oh. Oh. If the farmer came over, I'd say, sorry, we can't move. Humanitarian reasons. Oh, you'll warm up in a minute. You get some food in your tummy. Your body is very warm. Her body is very warm. We've got another coat for her. So get your head in there. Get your head in there. Oh. And I've got the duvet for her. My towel. I might need to wipe that down, but to be fair, it's not too bad. It hasn't really got too damp actually, so we're probably okay. And that's all the nighttime stuff there, including her thing, my pillow. That's extra water. You're sniffing out your food, aren't you? I know. We've drunk that water. Look at Lizzie. Oh. You're going to have to get them down there, Lizzie. Shh. Yeah, there's the torch there. Shh. Better not raise our voices. Better not raise our voices too much. It's a stealth camp. Gotta be stealthy, lassie. I think we're gonna get inside. Let's take my shoes off because I'm not going outside again now. I think you can see all of us now. So we've dried Lizzie. We've put we've put food down for her. We're gonna have to, like I said, this is why I like. I think we've got a bit of a lump there, but I think the ground sheet will, you know, sort that out. Boots are a bit damp, we'll put them there. That sun's going to go down behind those trees quite soon now, about 25 minutes to sunset, and then it's going to start cooling off as well. So I want to get my trousers are wet and my socks are wet. Okay. All right. I think what I'm... Lizzie, careful. God. Honestly, Lizzie, careful. Okay. All right. So I can put Liz's quilt back here, and then I can put my sleeping bag across there. I've had this little burner quite a few years. I was going to make the screen smaller, but okay, so what we're going to do today, or what we're going to try to do today, is I've just got this. This is an MLD titanium 475 pot. It's like an ultra light, and that's it. That's all I've got. So that's going to do my tea, my breakfast, my dinner, everything. So I don't know whether there's any lighter pots. There might be deer around here. I have seen deer when because this is, like I said, this is where I would normally just walk across this field, next one, diddle them, you know, back to the car. So we've basically done what is a day walk, you know, or an evening walk. I mean, I've crossed this field in the dark with my torch many a time. I've got my hat somewhere as well. Let's find that. So yeah, so we're going to try this ultralight cup and this gas thing here. Yeah, I've come across here in the dark many a time in the dark with my torch. I doubt many people cross this field in the dark. Now, we should be okay without. I did bring the windscreen with me, but I'm hoping that we will be okay, you know, without it, because we've got this cover here, and I bought a bit of tin foil there. And then what we're going to do is we'll have soup first. I've brought more food that if the one thing that I'm always a little bit paranoid about, and that's not having enough food, but I've definitely got plenty of food. I'm only an hour and a half from the car, but to be fair, I will probably munch on some of that this evening, because I've only brought with me a small expedition meal, one of the 450 calorie ones. So that's what we're going to have, you know, a little bit later, is an expedition meal. I've brought tea. I've got plenty of tea. To be honest, I've brought a lot more than I will need. Oh, my spoon. Oh God. A spoon again. Oh, it's in. Toilet paper. It's in the pack. I know it's in the pack because I remember. There it is. I remember putting it in. I nearly started to worry then, but we've got our spoon. I just brought the one this time. Got my beanie hat somewhere. I don't know where I've put that. Okay, that's getting hot now. So we'll take the bit of tin foil off, and we can hold the titanium pot with the little. It's just about big enough for that pot. So the time now, it's just coming up to 8 o'clock. So it's going to be dark now. I think sunset's about now. 7:55, yeah. So sunset has now happened, and twilight will be 8:30. So we've got about half an hour. We've got about half an hour of twilight. Somewhere over the rainbow. There isn't a rainbow, but there's an aeroplane taking off. Bristol Airport. I must admit, it looks quite. It's getting quite dimpsy, but the GoPro's doing a pretty decent job in this. I have to say, getting quite dimpsy light now. If Hilleberg could make a tent like this, but a 4-season tent like this size, that would be pretty nice actually. Because I don't really think they do anything. Because this is quite a nice size. It just would be nice if it went to the ground all the way round. You know, it's slightly raised up. It's not the easiest to hold, but not impossible. Oh. Oh, I must admit that is nice. Oh. You can't beat soup in camp. All right, well, I'm going to carry on having my soup. We'll maybe catch up a little bit later. Otherwise, I'll see you in the morning, or the next part. I'll tell you, no sooner did I say night-night, I don't know whether you can see, but exactly on the grassy horizon, there's 2 deer. I don't know if I can't get any closer than that on the GoPro. So right on the I'll try and take some video on the iPhone as well. Right, so that's the GoPro. So you can just see them right in the middle. Like I said, the GoPro might not pick them up. Really, they're right on the horizon of the grass.